Greetings, I'm Helena Pugh, Executive Director and founder of Zahara Veterans Network Incorporated, an organization for women military veterans. As our nation prepares for the Memorial Day of Remembrance, I would like to share a speech, commonly referred to as a call to action, first issued by a President of the United States of America at the site of our nation's bloodiest battle during Civil War. The words of this famous speech still hold true today, and the continued rise of hate, mass shootings, and corruption in every level of government, corporate, and even social service organization requires us to step into action for the protection of the values our nation still represents. I share with you the Gettysburg Address. 77 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Now, we are engaged in a great civil war, testing whether that nation, so conceived and dedicated, can long endure. We are met on a great battlefield of that war. We have come to dedicate a portion of that field as a final resting place for those who here gave their lives that that nation might live. It is altogether fitting and proper that we should do this. But in a larger sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot hallow this ground. The brave men, living and dead, who struggled here have consecrated it far above our poor power to add or detract. The world will little note nor long remember what we say here, but it can never forget what they did here. It is for us, the living, rather, to be dedicated here to the unfinished work which they who fought here thus far so nobly advanced. It is rather for us to be here dedicated to the great task remaining before us, that from these honored dead we take increased devotion to that cause, for which they gave the last full measure of devotion, that we here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain, and that this nation, under God, shall have a new birth of freedom, and that government of the people, by the people, and for the people shall not perish from the earth. President Abraham Lincoln, 19 November 1863. My fellow Americans, while denoted a federal holiday, Memorial Day is more than retail sales and barbecues. It is, in fact, a day of remembrance, in honor of the brave men and women who fought and lost their lives in defense of our nation and freedoms. They are the true defenders of the liberties so freely expressed through the sources of media we use today. I'd like to remind you to pause at 3 p.m. your local time on Monday, May 28th, in memory of the millions of brave men and women who have lost their lives in every battle fought for our country. After taps has been played or you've concluded your moment of silence, I encourage you to say a prayer of protection in support of the brave men and women who continue to serve in our armed forces today. Thank you for your time.
I encourage you to join and support Zahara Veterans Network on our mission to establish a community to house homeless veterans. Our unique mission was designed for veterans by veterans. You can support our mission by making a donation through our PayPal Giving Fund page by looking for our organization name, Zahara Veterans Network. You can also make a purchase on our eBay page by searching for products under Zahara Veterans Network. Additionally, we invite you to join us as an auxiliary member of our Pride by making a minimum yearly donation of $50. 100% of your donation is tax deductible. Please visit our website, zvetnet.org. That's zvetnet.org for more information about our organization and to assist with Zahara Veterans Village. Thank you so much for your support and enjoy this Memorial Day of Remembrance.
Can you hear my voice this time? This is my fight.